Good morning, everybody. I got to turn some lights on so you can see better, so I can see better. This is Dr. Kenton Wakes Up. I'm Dr. Kenton. Today is Wednesday, July 10th, 2024. How are you? Wednesday is typically celebrated around here anyway as Hump Day, halfway between start of the week and end of the week. Unless, of course, you work 410s or some such. Anyway, let's stay on track. It became clear to me during my walk with Winston this morning that part of the stress and strain I've been putting on myself is related to not being able to follow a particular schedule. And I would have to say that I've never really had a schedule that I had to follow at any particular point in my life. Coffee in the cup today is Lavazza Perfetto. As I look back on it, my entire professional life has been unstructured. From I started, let's just start from when I was in graduate school. I was a TA. I had certain times when I had to teach classes, so that was on a schedule. But I didn't have a particular thing I had to do every Monday at a certain time and every Tuesday at a certain time and every Wednesday at a certain time. It wasn't like that. I didn't have to sit at my desk all day. I could set my own schedule, and so long as I got my work done, nobody said much about any of it, really. I chose, in most cases, to work at my desk in my office because that's kind of just how I was comfortable. I've never done this before, but hold on. I have something to take care of. All right, I'm back. Winston had to be let in, and he was making some noise. Just figured, let's bring him in. And now he's standing by the door like he wants to go out. Anyway, so long and short of it is that I feel like I went along with outsiders' beliefs that you had to have a schedule. You had to have things plotted out far in advance. And then I read Mark Zausander's book on time boxing. And that approach actually seems to work a lot better for me than the one where, like Mike Vardy talking about having daily intentions, where you set aside an hour or two that's for a specific topic that always gets done on a certain day. Like you might have all your phone calls on Thursdays, or you might write all your bills on Saturday. I do that one. That one makes sense to me. But it's not scheduled. I don't lose my mind if I didn't write my bills on Saturday at 10, but I do need to have them written on Saturday. So anyway, that's so what I'm recognizing is that other people's setups don't work that great for me, and so I've been trying to find my own and making slow progress. Also dealing with some other issues from unresolved situations, unresolved emotions and feelings and scenarios. Well, they did actually happen, but vignettes, I guess. Just, but trying to release myself from the feeling that I failed if I don't do X, Y, and Z at times 1, 2, and 3, because that's just not how my life works or has ever worked or may ever work. I've never been in a situation where I was in a totally regimented, where all your decisions are made for you and you wind up, being shepherded from one idea to the next, from the time you wake up until they put you to bed. And I think probably on a certain level, it's the way, I don't watch episodic television. Do they even have that anymore in the age of streaming and binging? Well, in any event, it's just a recognition that a big part of my self imposed anxiety about not doing this or that is really related to somebody else feeling like it should be important for me to do this or that at this and that time. And it's not really true. So, why I bought into that partially, I don't know. And hopefully, I can allow myself to relax. And I missed, I I have a Todoist, whatever they call it, karma. It's a thing where you sort of specify a goal for the day, like you're going to complete a certain number of tasks, and they give you a score based on how much you accomplish. And that led me to think that some of my tasks are 5 minutes, some of them are half hour. Should I spend some time and try to right size those? Well, yesterday I didn't even touch Todoist at all, and the day before either. So yeah, Todoist, it's doing a decent job, but if something, I guess it's not. It's a fine program. I'm happy that I pay for the pro version of it because it does do a good thing as far as bringing things to the surface that need to be done at a particular time by a particular time. But what it doesn't do is help structure my day to day, my minute to minute, my hour to hour. And I don't know that I think what I'm recognizing is that I inherently, or whatever, there's a force inside me that fights against that. Not just that it's difficult, but there's something in me that tells me that I either shouldn't or can't or won't or don't adhere to that kind of scheduling. So anyway, just recognizing that, it's a useful tidbit to share. I recognized also yesterday that fighting to try and figure out why something's broken takes a lot longer than just starting over. So I started over and everything got fixed within an hour or two rather than beating my head against the wall and trying to figure out, for example, why a certain CSS command was messing up an entire installation. But, start over. And then there's like concise and coherent, making a little box here with my fingers. It fits inside that box is where you put stuff, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore, rather than fiddling with every file and every folder. That's me. Anyway, so today, as I said, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day to those who celebrate, and in all other ways, love you, bye.